Welcome back to my channel, guys. This is Kellen, and I will be teaching you how to make the easiest fried fish stew. Okay, let's get started. Here I have my fish seasoned. I have about 2 whole fish croca, and I seasoned my fish with some bouillon powder and some salt. I also have a basket here for just after my frying to kind of dry off the oil. I have some purple onions. I have already blended my tomatoes and some red bell peppers. And here is my seasoning. It is mixed with ginger, garlic, green onions, regular onions, basil, and a tad bit of celery. Now for my dry ingredients, I have some black pepper, white pepper, bouillon powder, and salt. I am using extra virgin olive oil for this meal, but you can use whatever oil you have in your pantry. This is just a final run through of all the ingredients I have on my counter before we start frying our fish. After heating our oil, we're going to place our fish piece by piece into the hot oil just to fry that to a crispy but not too dry texture for the fish. Here I go, just turning it over after the other side has browned. When it's cooked to your liking, you will then remove the fish and strain it on the strainer and then move aside the oil of the fish. In my new pot, I'm adding some olive oil and those onions that I sliced earlier on just to saute them to be translucent. The aroma that they produce is really good. And here I go now pouring in my red bell peppers and tomatoes that I already pre-blended. And I just stir them and cover them until they dry down, and when they start sticking to the pot and the oil is now above the mixture, it's time to add our spices. I will add all these ingredients in the description box. After pouring that mixture in, we're going to also mix that together and cover it for a while. That way it can also cook down and the oil can come up. Here I am adding some salt for taste. I'm also going to add some black pepper, adding the white pepper now, and my bouillon powder or cubes. You can use whichever one you have. Excuse my sneeze, that bouillon powder got to me real bad. But here I am just mixing again, covering it for the spices to cook down, and I'm going to open it back up and do a taste test. After doing my taste test off camera, I decided to add some more bouillon powder. But first I'm going to just stir the pot. That way I am not allowing my tomato and my spices burn underneath. When you start seeing the oil come up top over your sauce, that way you know that it's cooking down and it's no longer going to give you a sour taste. I am now adding my bouillon powder or cube. This particular bouillon powder cube did not want to break down. I was here for a couple minutes just trying to put this together. But finally, we came to an agreement and it worked out. We thank God. Now we can move on. Without stirring, I went ahead and started adding my fried fish back into my sauce. And this is where we're going to finish adding the fish and just mix everything together and let it cook. This is such a simple recipe. This recipe shouldn't take you more than an hour. And I say an hour only because you have to fry the fish and cook down the sauce. This is a pretty easy meal. You can eat this with some boiled ripe plantains. You can eat this with rice. You can eat this with fried plantains. You can eat this with pretty much anything that you want. We are going to give our stew a final taste. And after this, I get very excited. I get my rice already plated, and I'm going to plate this so you can have an idea of how we have it. And when I say we, I mean me and my husband. We usually eat it with rice most often, but again, you can eat this with whatever you want. Please let me know if you guys try this recipe in the comments. And thank you so much for watching my video. And as always, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. And here you can see I am finished with plating my rice and stew. And I'm just gonna go ahead and show you all sides of my plate. Can't wait to begin. It smells really good. And I really do hope you guys enjoy this recipe. Here are pictures. Thanks again for watching. You guys remain blessed. And see you in the next video.